Yo, yo, yo. It's Marky Marks Terrell. Hope everybody had a good Father's Day. To all the deadbeat dads, go F yourselves. To all the good dads, I respect you. For those of you who want to be dads, think twice. Make sure you have it with the right person. Don't let coochie fool you. Oh, cool. That looks nice. I like that one. That's the way it should be. Oh, hey, Maria. Same to you. Okay, cool. Besos. Okay, cool. Hopefully he has a good one. Let me check something. I wonder if this place is open tomorrow. It must be open because it says holiday deals. Holiday hours. Let's check. Monday. So the Warwick one's open, but the Pembroke one's closed. Shit. I don't have to drive all the way up there. Yeah, I could go up there and get the, yeah, I can go up there and get that. Sounds good. I might go there tomorrow. That's the way it should be. Doody doody do. Um, that's the way it should be. Say it together. Say it together. Oh, good Lord. Say it together. Always a weirdo somewhere. Some people, I tell you, they be weird as fuck. Like super weird. Say it together. That's the way it should be. I don't know why the hell I'm singing that song. Ole, ole. Da, 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 da. Ooh, of course, that shirt's gone because I wanted it. That's why I don't order anything anymore from here because they never have jack shit. Trash. Oh, for fuck's sake. Say it together. That's the way it should be. She wants. Oh, 20% off. OMG. 20% off, dude. Yeah. Oh, man. Of course, that's all sold out of my size. Of course. Da, 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 that's the way it should be. Oh yeah, that's nice. That's not a bad price. That's not bad. Oh, good lord. Let's try to guess from here, maybe. I'm not sure. Of course. Mm, is it me you're looking for? Yes, it is. You told me what you wanted me. What you want is my key. Now I know you're wrong. What you gotta do? That is crazy. Thank God I got mine in time. It's all sold out. All sold out. Mm-hmm. Let's see what's going on here. Oh my God. So amazing. people just like people love to like post things up like every single damn day. I mean, if you want to, that's cool. Like I ain't got nothing against it, but like, you should chill. Learning, blah, blah. I love that. That's hilarious. Must be nice. Eating up that now. That's crazy. Good. Oh wow, cool. My God, that guy pays for. Yeah, he can go. Fuck him. Who cares? Life is great when you stay away from negative, jealous, and unhappy people. I agree with that. When you know your worth, you stop seeking approval. Not everyone will like you, and you don't need to like them. You don't need them to. I agree with that for sure. For sure. For sure. Love isn't always perfect. It isn't a fairy tale or a storybook, but it's real, and if it's true, it's worth it. I'll debate that at the time. Da, 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 2 p.m. to 7. Huh. I'm gonna see if we might go down there, see what's going on. Okay, Maria. Da, 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 Holy shit. Ain't that true? There's a lot of sayings online today. I don't know why. When they can't find anything wrong with you, they will create it. Fuck, ain't that true? See, even my dog agrees. She's over here snoring. And then the first comment says, "But karma will show you that will show them actually." That's true. Yep. Oh my god. This damn dog just scared the heck out of me snoring. And they can't find. Ain't that true? Yes, it is. It's true. It's very true, Marky. When they can't find anything wrong with you, they will create it. There's some crazy people in this world, I tell you. A lot of crazy people in this world. I'm glad I'm not crazy. Stay away from people. For sure. Yeah, you are. But it's okay to admit it. Now I'm just looking at, hey Tanya, how you doing, sweetie? Now I'm just looking at like people in general online, like on Facebook and stuff, and like they post shit up, and then people. There's a lot of people that I see nowadays that they just like living dream, man, and they only know one thing is to keep like lying, keep saying bullshit, and keep thinking that everybody wants them. It's absolutely pretty funny, but it's sad but funny in my mind because some people really think people give a shit about them, but it's not my problem. If they want to believe that, then that's their whole demeanor. Then not my problem. You know what I mean? Oh, cool. I have to check it out. I didn't get no notification. Shit. Well, in general, what I get between you guys is you still might be doubting him, and you might be still suspicious about a lot of things. Um, you might feel timid at times, or you might feel like if you're going to be, shamed in the future, or you're going to make the wrong mistake or the wrong choice to make a mistake. What I'm getting is Walter is also going to be like, he's going to be considerate with you and he's going to be kind to you, but I see him like taking responsibility with his job, being more professional, being more like, taking responsibility in his work and start to get his work life back to normal. But um I also get that he might end things, with other people so he can move forward. But he also thinks that he knows where he lives is his downfall, and he knows where he lives is setting him back. He knows where he lives is he has to give it up eventually, one day or another. But something might happen where he just says, you know what, I'm gonna end up just leaving this damn place. So that's in general what he thinks. I don't know. I think, yeah. Oh, that's the thing. Uh he might end things, with you as well because he doesn't know what he's gonna do. It all depends. You might end things with him. It's up to you. Like it's all depends on how you deal with this whole situation. Okay, Tanya, no wonder I didn't see it. Okay, cool. Lincoln Park. I'm gonna have to check that out. Oh, you got some Mackie D's? Sounds good. I had takeout today too. I went to go well for dinner I had takeout. Um well the thing is, Maria, calm down, woman. Let me explain. Like because you and him talked about what happened, what's going on and all that stuff, he might think that you think different of him now, which you do. But it all depends on how things are now or how things are going to be. But I feel like you're going to feel some type of way because if you want to continue to be with him, right? You obviously want more and you want him to leave his baby mama alone. But I don't think he's gonna do that. And you're gonna remain disappointed. And you're gonna remain like figuring out what can I do and how am I gonna do this. So I think he's gonna maintain peace for now, but I feel like it's up to you to see where this goes or see what happens. Well, the thing is saying it and doing it is two different things. You know what I mean? So yes, you talked about it and you say, "Oh yeah, I love you this way, that way," but when people say they love you and all that stuff, you gotta prove it. So I feel like in the next, when he comes back from away, it's gonna feel kind of like you're gonna kind of feel like things are changed. Things feel different for you because I'm not getting very positive cards for when he comes back and then you guys see each other again. Like I'm getting that that you guys will be okay, but there's still going to be that doubt and that like that well, if you love me, then then what else? You know, what else are we gonna do? You see what I'm saying? So you're gonna probably have questions for him, obviously, and he's gonna feel like some type of way. I don't see like an argument, but I see like, like you not making as much effort because you probably feel like he's not gonna give you 100%, and really he hasn't given you 100% if you think about it. With him and the baby mama, I think he's just like he just wants to be there for his child. So it looks like he wants to be there just because his son and things like that, and try to keep things mature and reasonable. But him and her are not like, she's not even showing up. I asked how does he feel about her, and she doesn't show up in the reading. It shows that he ran away, it shows his son, and it shows him, and it just shows him being disappointed and not happy with her, and having that bitter experience with her, and feeling like stuck and he can't go nowhere because of what the situation is with her and him. You see what I'm saying? So I don't see them like, in a. Let me just ask something here. Let me figure it out. Just give me a sec. Yeah. So I asked, what does his baby mama think about him? Right? And she thinks that he has discontinued to deal with her. But there's no love, there's no sex, there's nothing like that here. Like she doesn't want that with him anyway. But she still feels, right, that she will find another way. But I do get the kid here, their son, she's just there for the son. And they're just mutual, they have a mutual relationship with just the son and with themselves just to keep the peace. But I don't see any sex. I see the Ace of Cups reversed. So that means they're not in love. They're disappointed with each other. They've moved on. But she still feels like she needs to have that compatibility with him just for the son's sake, or just for the sake of just being, you know, you know, having peace with each other. But for that Ace of Cups to be reversed, that means that there is no love there between them. And there's a lot of disappointment there that she feels towards him. This is how she views him. She feels like he's not giving her no time of day. But she's just there to be a good influence for the son and for everything else. Well, the thing is how did you fuck up? I mean, at the end of the day, he told you, right? You asked him, was he with his ex when he was with you? And he said yes, but a long time ago. But that long time ago was probably before when you guys were actually dating and they were still cool. But once he made things official with you, I explained this to you yesterday. Once he made things official with you 4 months ago, then obviously he hasn't been with her since, because ever since I've been reading for you, I never saw them together in an intimate situation. Never. So I think he's being honest about he was with her in the beginning, when he was dating you, probably just to see, because he wasn't really having sex with you. So he could do whatever he wants. He was just, dating you. Like I explained this to you yesterday. So that's, I mean, it's still what you should say to him is you mentioned you got to say to him what I fig what I hey Joanna, how you doing? What I would say to you is this, you know what I would say to you is this is you like next time you see him face to face and you have a conversation, you got to tell him, look, we've been together for 4 months. So all I want to clarify is you have not been with her since we've been actually together. And that's it, and see his reaction. But if he told you a long time ago, then a long time ago wasn't 4 months ago. That's not a long time. And he just told you that he's been with his ex, a while ago, that long. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Is I think that you must have misunderstood him, or you know, because a guy that cheats ain't gonna sit there and tell you he's cheating on you, unless he wants to get rid of you. But if he was honest enough to tell you that he was having intimacy with her while he was dating you, but now that he's with you, there's over now. And I see that. I've seen that from day one. But you should have never told him anything about your ex coming to see your kids because you're not fucking your ex anyway. I've explained this to you like a million times. So that's why you damn people drive me nuts. Hey Lynn, how you doing? You're welcome, sweetheart. I was going live and then I saw you live and I was like, shit, I didn't even get no damn notification. But I'm glad I got to see you work. And you know, it's nice. I'm glad you went live. I hope you have fun. I caught the last, probably 20 minutes or whatever. But yeah, it's good to see people that come in here, go live and stuff. If you guys haven't subscribed to my friend Lynn, the Heart Sense, she's got a channel and she does readings too. And I went in her room today for the first time and saw her work. So if you guys don't mind, you can subscribe to her if you want. Okay, cool. But Maria, what is there to save? You're not making no sense. This is what I'm trying to tell you. You're saying any advice on what I could do, I just told you. I don't know if you're like delayed or whatever. But if he started kissing you passionately and tell you that he loves you, but he was honest enough to tell you, see, because the way you explained this, the way you explained this 2 days ago, is that he was cheating on you. That's how you explained it to me. Like you were upset because he said he was having sex with his ex, and he was telling you, I was having sex with her, but that was a while ago. Obviously, because he met you a year ago, and then he had to see how things was, and then 6 months later after meeting you he had sex with you for the first time, and then 4 months ago you just started dating, officially dating. And like I said, I never saw him anything intimate with him, and he already told you while he was dating you that he wasn't dealing with her. But I'm sure that while he was dating you and trying to see if you was the right woman for him to move on from his ex, I'm sure that they probably, maybe had sex a couple of times and so what? It's not like you were his man. You're his man now after 4 months. But like I said, my advice to you is to, you know, my advice to you is to talk to him when he gets back, or whenever you talk to him again. You got to say, look, just to make things clear, since you and I have been official, you haven't been with her at all, obviously, you know. and then see how he reacts. That's up to you. But I think that you misunderstood what he said, or you was just drunk, or maybe your brain weren't turned on yet. You got to turn the key in your ear. You got to turn it on. You said you had some connection issues, but the weather was okay. Yeah, yeah. When you have time, it's nice to come on there. It was good to drop by and see you work. I always, when people come in here and they have a channel too, I like to go support them and and say hello at least. I don't want people to think that I'm fucked up and don't visit you, and I don't, and you visit me and I don't visit you. Shit. But I always try and visit everyone when they're working. If I'm there, like I said, I didn't even know you were on, and then all of a sudden, I said Heart Sense. I was like, who the fuck is that? I was like, I'm subscribed to this person. Who's this? And I was like, oh shit, this is Lynn. I figured out who it was because I couldn't even remember, right? And I was like, oh, okay, this is Lynn. I said, let me go say hello. And the first thing Lynn says, I'm gonna make you a mod so you can zap somebody's ass. I started laughing. I was like, Lynn wants me in here to zap some ass. Yeah, I'm good at that. I'm good at getting rid of trolls. They're scared of me. They don't like me. They're like, this fucker's gonna zap me. Yeah. So I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, I didn't get the notification and I had your notifications on, but YouTube's stupid sometimes. People tell me, what do you mean you were on last night? Yeah. Well, you confused me, woman, because you came in here talking about I'm crying and I almost threw up because he told me he was, effing his baby mom. So I'm thinking that, he's cheating on you. Then next thing you know, he wasn't even doing that because you weren't even official yet. I try to make things clear that if you're not like official with someone, then you're allowed to do whatever you want because you're not really cheating on anyone. You can date two people at the same time and have sex with two people at the same time. But if you're not made yourself official, then there is no such thing as cheating if you're dating two people. Who cares? I mean, I wouldn't do it personally, but I'm just, stating the fact. It's only cheating when you're actually with somebody. You know what I'm saying? When you're official. So if I ask you to be my girlfriend, then I'm not gonna cheat. Obviously, ever. I'm not gonna cheat ever because I would never do that to anybody because I think that's gross and it's stupid. But if I'm dating you and I'm dating Miss Bikini at the same time, and you both want to open your legs, and I want to do it, then I'm gonna do it because I'm not cheating on either of you because none of you is my woman. You got me? So that's what I'm trying to explain to you. That he told you that he did have sex with her a while ago, probably when you were dating, because he had to see whether or not it was worth leaving her and being with you because he was fed up with her probably. You got me? But now what you have to do is ask him that question and see what his reaction is. I try to be Tanya. I really do. I try to be good to everybody, but sometimes, I have to explain myself 1,000 times. Yeah. Especially with Maria, I have to give her all my undivided attention and make sure she's okay because I don't want her to, you know, tell people that I drive her nuts or, I'm mean or something like that. Well, the disconnect, right, that I was talking about is him going away. He's away right now. So there's a disconnect from you and him right now, physically, right? You got me? So he's disconnecting from you right now in a physical sense, but you're still talking to each other, right? You said he was texting, you probably FaceTime and all that shit. But the disconnection is between you and him right now is physical. And he thinks that you're going to disconnect from him because things are not going to be, you might think things are suspicious of him, or you might think that he is with his baby mama still, or doing things with her because he told you that he was there because of the way you reacted. So you told me, you just admitted in here that I fucked up and I overreacted, I overthought it, and then I thought that he was telling me that he cheated on me. You confused me, yourself, and Walter. So right now he's thinking, Maria probably thinks that Maria's gonna be suspicious of me because, I told her that I was with my ex. Do you really want to know? At least he told you. You got me? Oh Lord Jesus, help me. Today is Sunday, right? Yeah. Today is Sunday. I'm gonna try and be extra nice today because it's Sunday. No, I never said he's breaking up with you. I just said that things might be a little different between you and him because you think that he was cheating on you. And then he's been like saying, Yo, what's up? Like, what the hell is your problem? I'd be doing the same thing because he basically told you that he was with her while he was dating you. That's what he pretty much told you, but it went right through your ears because you made it seem like he was cheating on you, but technically he wasn't. So if I'm still with my baby mama living in the same house, and I meet you today, and I'm like, damn, this girl's pretty decent. And I go on dates with you, but my baby mama's still trying to get my D, and we're still together in the same house. We're not really doing too good, but she feels the need to throw the coochie on me. I'm gonna take it, of course. That's my baby mama, and plus I'm with her. You know, if she wants it, then I don't have to give it to her. I don't have to, but I'll give it to her, and I can still date you at the same time. But if I want to make things official with you, then I'm gonna have to cut off the baby mama, right? So I feel like from the time I've met you till now, I've never seen him have sex with her. I always told you that nothing was happening. And I just checked again today and nothing's happened. And I checked her energy towards him. And she feels like he doesn't love her or doesn't want her no more. She feels the same way he does. So that's why he told you he still has a relationship with her for the child's sake, I'm sure. Right? That's it. You can have a relationship with your ex to make sure the child's okay. You can still be, have a friend, whatever. So that's probably what it is. But you gotta open up your mouth and talk to him about and confirm what happened. Because you probably misunderstood what he said, or what I'm telling you now, you have to tell him. You can tell him if you want. You obviously don't tell him that Uncle Marky told you, but you can just say, hey, just to be clear about the other night when we talked about when you said that your baby mama was this damn fucking thing just I was wondering what the heck that was. It's like a little like church worm fell on the ground right there. He must have been stuck on my towel. Anyway, I was wondering what the heck that was. So my advice to you is to say to him, right? Right? Say to him, hey, look, just to be clear about the other night. So nothing's going on between you and your baby mama since we've been together. That's all I want to know. So because I don't see anything happening. I never did. I never saw. And that was one question that you asked me once and once only, if I'm correct. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I can be, right? But I remember that we never discussed him having sex with her because you trusted the fact that what he was telling you was true. And I remember in the very beginning when I read for you, you said, "Can you check if there's anything intimate going on between them?" And I checked and I said, "Oh, hell no, there's nothing going on. They don't like each other." Remember? That's what I remember. That's what I vaguely remember me telling you, that there was nothing going on between them. But we never checked that question ever, ever again because you were delighted to have his D. So I'm glad. I wanted to make that clear. Things I gotta do. You're welcome, Maria. I want to make sure you understand. And in order for you to really understand about what that conversation, you need to talk to him about it again, just to be clear. That's all. And if you trust what he's saying is true, then so be it. And I'm positive. Hey Dan, how you doing, bro? Another thing, right, that I want to mention is you said, right, that you work next to him, correct? Like you work right next to him. And if you do, right, his baby mama, if him and his baby mama were intimate in the last 6 months, right? Right, you work in the same district, right? So let me ask you something. You have gone to his job and been in his office talking to him. Is that correct? Okay. So you have been to his job and you went to go into sports game to his school together. So if him and his baby mama were fucking was having sex, right? Let me be nice on Sunday. If they were in a sexual thing, don't you think that his baby mama would have people know his baby mama, right? Because his son is 17, right? Don't you think somebody's gonna go back to his baby mama and say, "Hey, he's banging this chick named Maria"? Because I see them at sports. She's always with you. They're with each other. Don't you think that they would have said something to him by now? And remember, when I first read, right? When I first read you, I told you that she was checking out a guy too. And you were like, good. Hopefully that she goes and gets D from somebody else. I'm starting to remember a lot of things now. I know I'm right. I'm right normally all the time. But there is some days where I'm not. So my point of me saying this, right, is if they were together, don't you think, or if they were having sex together, don't you think for 1 minute that she would confront you, find out where you are, tell you to stay away from her baby daddy? I'm still banging him to get him back or to make him jealous or to make him mad or to make you mad. Don't you think she would have been done that by now? Like it's been a long time. You've been with him for almost a year. You got me? I'm just trying to like figure out what's good, trying to help you figure out what's going on because I think you're panicking for nothing. Because If a woman really wants her man, her baby daddy back like that, then she's gonna scare off the woman that he's with. And if she's never approached you, then ain't nothing to worry about. I think the D is yours. If you get what I'm saying. So if you're publicly in public places with him, even at his job, don't you think she would have said something by now to destroy you and him? You got me? So if he wanted his D, so she wanted his D all to herself, and if it was a problem, she would have been told you. I rest my case. So I don't want you to talk about this no more. Okay? Hey Shania, how you doing? Capiche? I swear, what I gotta do with you, woman? Exactly. Because I told you a million times that he loves you and he cares about your crazy ass. But you panicked too much. And then you told me that he cheated on you and he did it. Yeah. It's okay, Maria. It's okay. If I was mad at you, I would have deleted you a long time ago. And if I didn't care about you, I'd tell you go fuck yourself and leave me alone. I'm not mad at you. I'm just trying to help you figure out that you're panicking too much for nothing. And this is how relationships are. These are things when people have one of the main things I have to tell people, right? Is when you are involved with someone who has children, you have to understand that that person's baby mama or baby daddy is always going to have a connection to them, no matter if they speak, fuck, or whatever. It doesn't matter. There's going to be a connection there some way through the child. When you have a child with somebody, there's always going to be some type of bond there. So, and you have children from a man too. And now that acts as in your life to come back for the children to get to, so you're both in the same predicament. So you can't be caught, you can't expect him to completely delete everyone out of his life for you. And he wouldn't expect you to do it for him either. But when you're in these predicaments, you got to understand that there's always going to be a chance or a suspicion in your mind. But see, the difference is he's still in the same house as her, and you're not in the same house as your ex. So I can understand why you think the way you think. But people can still live in the same house and never touch each other because they don't love each other no more. They're just there because they probably financially can't leave, or they're just there for the child, or they don't want to get a divorce because they know they're gonna have to give up something. Because a divorce usually leaves a man without shit, and the woman gets everything and laughs. That's usually the case. Not always, but it's usually the case. Hey Fiona, how you doing? Well, the thing is, the cards doesn't have to tell me if he loves you or not. He tells you that all the time. You tell me every day that he tells you he loves you. So you got to take his word for it. You got me? And if he didn't love you, why would he tell you to come to sports games to his job? If he was trying to hide you, he would tell you don't come to my job. Don't go to no events with me. Don't be public with me. So that means he does love you. If a guy does that, if a guy shows up in public with you, that shows some type of love. Take it from a guy. If I'm taking this girl in public with me, that means I want her around me. I'm like, yeah, look what I got. I got this fine ass woman here with me. I love her, and I'm gonna show everybody what real love is. That's me personally. I would do it. I do it all the time when I'm with a woman. I'm not scared to go in public with no woman. If I love you, I'm gonna go with you everywhere. And if you don't want me to come with you, then that's cool. I'll stay home and watch the game while you go shopping at Victoria's Secret or get some fake Louis Vuitton or fake eyelashes or whatever the fuck you want to do. I don't care. As long as you come home, we're good. Exactly. So you're the one who's panicking like you always do. And I tell you every day the same shit. Like Maria is Maria. That's why Maria pain in the ass. But Marky loves you. I love all of you. Especially when you sleep and I go sleep. I love you guys even more. But I gotta make sure you don't go crazy over here. See? Tanya said Phil chased her ass everywhere. See? You know why? Because she has a big booty. So Phil was like, give me that booty, give me that booty. Give me that booty, give me that booty. That's what it is. See how you guys make me act on Sundays? I'm trying to be nice. See? Tell you. I know. I know these things. I'm a man. I hope everybody had a good Father's Day. I had a good day today, if you want to know. My parents came over here at 12. I made some shish kebabs and chicken on the barbecue. My mom made macaroni salad and we had some rice as well. Then my sister got a Father's Day cake for my dad, and we all had a piece of cake for for dessert. So we had a really good lunch, and then for dinner, I went to go get takeout for me and my nephews, and I had chicken. I had two pieces of fried chicken and some French fries and a corn muffin, and a small Pepsi. That's all. That's what I had today. Nah, no need to apologize. It's cool. It's cool. I know you. I know you like for months now, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna tell you fairy tale stories. What you need, my advice to you, is to trust that you and him are gonna be okay. There's no need to check every goddamn day. But if you do, that's up to you. But all I'm gotta say is just trust the process. And remember, you're both in the same, you both have the same type of predicaments. So he can say the same thing to you. He could say, well, your ex is back, so you could be, having sex with him. I won't even know. I'm away now. But he doesn't say that, right? He still says, hey, I love you, and blah, 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 this and that and the other. So, and now it makes even more sense. That's why I'm asking you these questions about you and him being together. See what I'm saying? So, a baby mama is always going to be jealous well, not always, but sometimes be jealous of, them another man being with their baby mama or something. So, or vice versa. All right, let me catch up with you guys. What you said here. Best is Maria. No problem, sweetheart. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Oh, tapioca. I like tapioca pudding. Actually, that sounds good. I haven't had tapioca pudding in years. Shit. I should write that down. I ain't had tapioca pudding forever. Dang. I gotta remember that shit. I used to love that. Eat something different. I haven't had that in years, but I love it. Thanks for reminding me. And Dan said he had cherry jelly, Oh, Jello, sorry. Cherry Jello and whipped cream. Oh, dang. Dan stepped up. You said I saw you making fish the other day. When you said gotta get the burns and blood out, it made me a bit sick, but the fish look good though. Oh, that's why I take the burns and the blood out, the blood veins out, because I don't want that. I don't want to eat that. Obviously, nobody does. But some people eat the whole thing. They don't care. Obviously, not the burns, but there's people that eat like the entire fish, except for the bones, which is not my thing. But with even getting the fillets, right, the fillets, I still bring them home and check them. And that live that I did, I found a couple bones and there was a lot of blood, like veins in the fish. So what I do is I cut it completely out, so it's all meat and nothing else. There's no blood veins, there's no bones, there's no nothing. So, and I cooked it that night, and my sister said it was one of the best fish that she's ate in a long time. And I said, you know why? Because it didn't hit the freezer yet. Because when I buy it on Friday morning, I buy the fish, and usually I'll take all the blood and all the bones off and the scales or whatever, and I'll put it in freezer bags, like I did that live. So that way it's ready to go. All I gotta do is defrost it, marinate it, and cook it. But if I don't fix it before it goes in the freezer, then all the blood and all that shit stays in there and it makes the fish fishier. So what you want to do is when you get the fish, you want to clean it and you want to rinse it a few times and get all that shit out of there before you put it in the freezer. So that way it's not going to have that fishy taste. So, yeah. Yeah, from time to time I do like a live where I make food or I marinate something or do some shit like that. Or I wash dishes and hang out and talk shit. So either way. But yeah, Dan was in there entertaining me. But I gotta remember to put down tapioca pudding. I love that. And rice pudding is good too. Yeah, I love rice pudding. My mom makes rice pudding. But my mom made sweet bread. Portuguese sweet bread is called masa. It's like a yellow bread with like a brown crust. And it's sweet bread. It's so good. I ate a slice this morning with cheese and coffee. And it was, yeah, the fishiest fish that I've ever tasted is probably salmon and mackerel. Is probably the fishiest fish. But when I eat salmon in like a cream sauce, like that white cream sauce that they make it in. I think it's like a lemon butter sauce or whatever, but it looks kind of like whitish, right? And that stuff is the bomb. And I have to eat it baked. I don't like pan frying it or anything like that. I like my salmon baked, and I like that cream sauce all over it, and it tastes so good. There's a place here in Bermuda that makes it, and I get it every time I get a chance. And I don't really like salmon like that, but that's the only way I'll eat it. Because if you get a salmon fillet, you would have to marinate that thing for a long time to get that fishy taste out of it. Because that's the way that fish is. That fish is always going to be fishy. So you're going to have to do something like you're going to have to marinate it a certain way or bake it a certain way so that way you don't get that fishy taste. And mackerel is the same way. Mackerel is like a oily fish. It's really good, but it's a darker type of like meat sometimes. And like it's you have to take the veins out of it and you have to eat it like right away. Because if you when you catch it and you fillet it, it's good to eat it that night. And but as soon as you catch it, you should marinate it. And that'll be the best way you can eat mackerel. Because if not, it's gonna give you that really, really nasty fishy taste. Bonita is also like that. Bonita's got that fishy taste. But my grandma used to put milk like and water and soak the fish in there, and the milk took away the fishy taste. And I tried it, and it did work. So that's a trick from my Portuguese grandma. She used to put a little bit of milk in water and put the fillets in there and soak it in there for like a couple hours. And then she'll take it out, rinse the fillets again, and then put it in lemon juice and all that. Yeah, salmon is very good. I like salmon, but it's not my favorite. My favorite fish is tuna, wahoo, and snapper. Those are my favorite fish. Salmon's in my top 10, but not my top five. We don't have like fresh salmon here because we don't have freshwater fish. We only have saltwater fish here. Like we don't have lakes and all that where you can catch salmon. We don't have catfish either. We don't have nothing like that. But I'll eat salmon from this one place that I know because their salmon is like the best by far. I also like mai mai as well. It's not bad too. I like mai mai. I like a lot of fish. I don't really discriminate any fish. I like pretty much any type of fish. I'll eat it. I love tuna fish though. Tuna fish is the bomb. Just give me a second. I gotta check something here. Okay. All right. Okay. I got a donation from someone. I don't really want to say your name because I've never seen your name here. So if you want to make yourself known, and then I'll answer your question. You said you can make some not it's not a fishy taste, but I season it really good. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Well, that's the thing. It depends on what type of salmon it is, because they have different types of salmon. They have way different types. There's not just one salmon in the world. There's multiple types. But there was a type that I bought one time, and I found that it was very fishy. And I was like, I can't eat this shit. I'd have to like super season it. But it's just like tuna. There's yellowfin tuna. There's other types of tuna. It's just like snapper. There's gray snappers, white snappers. There's yellowfin, yellow tail snappers. There's different breeds of salmon as well. There's saltwater salmon too, I believe. There's like different species of salmon, or however you say it. But the one I had one time, it was very fishy. But the one I had with the white sauce that place makes, it's like a thick pinkish meat, and it almost looks like it's raw, but it's not. It's just baked, and there's no like grill marks on it. It's just baked perfectly and has the white sauce on top, the lemon butter sauce on top, and that's just the bomb. You know what? Maybe on Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm gonna go to that place and I'm gonna see if they have the salmon there. And if they do, I'm gonna scoop some up and I'm gonna put it in my plate and I'm gonna take a picture of it and I'll show you guys. Yeah, swordfish is nice too. I had swordfish not too long ago. Swordfish is good too. I'll eat that. We have that plentiful here. Yeah. I like it, but I like to marinate that for a while too. I can't just eat it like, every time. And thing is, I have to eat those things by myself because not everybody in my family likes all that type of fish. Just me and my mom like tuna. Nobody else likes tuna. But fish is good. I love fish. I can eat all types of fish. It don't bother me. I love lobster, crabs. I love mussels, shrimp. I like all seafood. Living here, you pretty much, you have a choice of everything. So when you live here, if you're not allergic to fish or seafood or shellfish, then you're in your glory here. You can eat all sorts of good shit. We have some of the best fish sandwiches in Bermuda in the world. People come from all over the world to eat our fish sandwiches and the fish here. People make videos on YouTube. We went to this restaurant. We give it a 9 out of 10. We went to this restaurant. It's 8 out of 10. We came here to eat the famous fish sandwich on raisin bread. Blah blah blah. You know. So people come here a lot to eat our fish. Yeah, codfish is nice. I like codfish fish cakes. My mom makes codfish fish cakes, and they taste good. I'll eat codfish cakes. Yeah, that's how you say it. Codfish cakes. Yeah. So she'll take the codfish and cut it all up and take all the burns out of it, and then she'll rub it up in a bowl, and she'll press it down and she'll pan fry them. They're really good. They call it codfish cakes here, and you eat it on like a hot cross bun or like any type of raisin bread with tartar sauce. We put onion in there, coleslaw. We put a whole pile of stuff in there. It's good stuff. Honestly, I can eat fish every other day. It would never bother me. Yeah, if you get raisin bread and you eat like fish in it, and you put like here, there's a famous sandwich here where they have raisin bread. They put tartar sauce on it, onions, whether you want it raw, it's usually raw onions, um, coleslaw. Um, Sometimes they put tomato on it, or depends if you like tomato or whatever else you want on it, hot sauce or whatever. But that's the famous sandwich here is raisin bread fish sandwich with onion, coleslaw, tartar sauce, and sometimes people to put lettuce or tomato. That's like the sandwich here that everybody likes. Yeah. I love raisin bread. I love raisin scones. I don't mind eating raisin bread, but when I eat my fish, I like to eat it in like a hamburger roll. That's how I like to eat mine, in like a big hamburger roll. And I put like 4 pieces in there with some tartar sauce and some onion. And my mom, she makes like she cuts up onions and puts it in a jar, in a mason jar, with red wine vinegar, and she puts a little bit of salt in there too, and then she swishes it all up, and bang, good to go. No, I don't do it with salmon. I don't eat salmon in a bun. I eat snapper in a bun. Hey B, was that you that donated? Your name starts with a B as well? Because I got a donation from somebody with the name B. So I guess that's you. Okay, cool. I didn't want to say your name out of, you know, privacy. I don't really like saying people's name unless you want me to call you by your name. But I respect people's name until they tell me otherwise. Yeah. Okay, cool. No problem, sweetheart. All right, your question. You said Thomas asked me on a coffee date what are his intentions towards me. For some reason, I am unsure about him. All right, let's check Thomas. I have to approve of Thomas taking you out on a date. Okay? We'll have to check him out and see what's happening. All right. I feel like this person is like kind of fearful. Like they fear like you're not gonna want to go out with them, and they fear that that you think that you have this, like what, because you're unsure. He thinks that you're unsure already, so he thinks that you're like kind of like not wanting to go with him. So he feels that about you, but his intentions is to like go out with you and become friends with you. He wants to become friends with you. He wants to see if you are someone that will meet his needs, or be like somebody that he wants to continue to date. He wants to get to know you. He wants to like make sure that he can, find you as a friend first and see what happens after that. So I would say his intentions is to be your friend and to see how things go, because he's ready to make that transformation. He's ready to clear away all the old shit and make way for you, and make way to date you and to get to know you and see how it goes. But he fears that you're not going to accept a date, or he fears that you're going to like turn him down or cancel your plans, or he thinks that you don't want nothing to do with him. But I think his intentions is good. I don't get him like just wanting one thing from you. I think that he wants to be your friend before anything. So, but if you feel unsure, it's probably because his energy is like, I don't want to get rejected, or I don't want to, her to say, nah, I don't want to go coffee with you, go to hell. So I think it's more his fear. I don't get a timid energy, but I get a fearful energy of rejection, or maybe you're like, you don't really care about him, or like care to go on a date with him like that. So he feels that, but I'm getting that his intentions is to be friends and to see what you're about. So I would say if you don't really know him, he wants to get to know you and be your friend. But if you already like spoke to him a few times, then I would say that he wants to continue to be friends to see if things will go further. But he kind of feels like maybe a little overwhelmed when he talks to you, because he probably doesn't want to. I don't know if he gives you that vibe, you know? I don't know if he gives you the vibe of like fearing that you're gonna like reject him, or like say, nah, bro, I'm good. Because a lot of guys fear you saying no, you know? So if he asked you out on a coffee date, I would say go for it, because his intentions aren't bad. I just feel like he has fearful intentions. Like he fears that nothing's gonna happen. Like you're not gonna want to go with him on a date. Let me just check his general energy overall. I got good energy on him. I'm not getting that he's a bad person. He might feel insecure. That's all. Like he's trying to find the right woman, you know? He's trying to find the right woman. And he thinks that you are a good combination for him. He wants a family. Like he wants to start a family, or he loves family things. He would rather like have a family, or he wants to feel like security and safety. But I think he's insecure, and he has this he doesn't have enough willpower. Like he doesn't really, go all in. Never really met or spoken in person, but we went to the same college, had mutual friends. Oh, okay. So that's probably why. Like he probably says, you know what? Let me try and talk to B and see how it is. But I feel like this person is very active and determined. They could be very experienced. They could be very good at what they do in their day to day life. But I feel like they can be insecure at times, because maybe they've been shut down or disrespected by a woman in the past, and that could have like hurt him, and he probably doesn't really want to try again. But I don't see it being like a bad thing, to be honest. So you have Marky's approval. You can go out on a date for coffee. He just wants to be friends and chill. He's not like he's gonna disrespect you or something. I think he fears, or he just has that insecurity. But he probably just said, fuck it, Let me ask her to go for coffee, and just I'm sure it's harmless. So yeah. So I would say go for it. It's not like, I don't get anything bad. I just think it's just him because you come up perfectly fine in the cards. There's nothing, he doesn't think nothing bad of you. It's just that he might feel insecure. Some guys can't really handle, asking someone a date or like moving forward because they don't have the confidence because they've been, dealt with in a bad way by a woman. So they feel like every woman's like that, which is not true. You're welcome, B. No problem. But yeah, your unsureness in him is probably just the way he feels insecure or he feels just weird. He probably think you're gonna be like, nah, bro. I'm going with Marky the coffee. Sorry, but yeah, he could take my place. It's cool. Yeah, Fiona. You can eat any fish on raisin bread, but I eat snapper with the raisin bread or any type of deep fried fish. If you deep fry the fish with batter, then I would say and even you can eat a can. You know what I do sometimes is I get a can of tuna fish and I whip it up with some mayonnaise and I put it on the raisin bread too. So you can eat like a tuna fish sandwich on raisin bread. You can eat anything with raisin bread, really. You can use salmon in there if you want. If you fry up the salmon and just put a slab on there. Oh, cool. Yeah, we're talking about fish and fish sandwiches because I live here in Bermuda, so we eat a lot of fish here, and we have fish sandwich places, and they make really good sandwiches. And here we eat fish sandwiches with raisin bread and stuff like raisin bread. So we were talking about salmon and all sorts of types of fish. I like my salmon with garlic butter sauce and a lot of. That's the only way I can really eat baked. I like my salmon baked, but yeah, hot smoked salmon sounds good. I'll try it. But yeah, that's we've been talking about fish and fish sandwiches and how we make fish and what fish we like. Yeah, it's nice. We always talk about food on here because yesterday I think it was yesterday. Yeah, I think yeah yesterday I made snapper fillets and I was cutting the blood and the blood veins out of it so that way it doesn't taste fishy. And I was taking some of the bones out and I was doing it live and showing everyone me doing it. But I deleted the video afterwards because you know. But I should have left it up there so you guys could see it. But I'll do it next time. You hate mayo? Oh man, good. That means there's more for me. I use mayo on pretty much everything. I love mayo. I'm not a ketchup fan or mustard or relish. I'll eat it when I feel like it, or it has to be certain things. But I love mayo. I gotta have mayo on most things I eat. Yeah, I'll do it next time. Next time I get fish on Friday, I'll do a video with the me doing the fish and how I marinate and how I cook it. So I'll leave it up next time. Oh yeah, avocado is I love eating avocado with my tuna fish with my tuna. Yeah, actually I think I posted that up on my Instagram one time. I think I did. Did I? I could have sworn I had a video on here. I mean, not a video. I had a some tuna and avocado. It was really good too. That's another thing I haven't eaten in a while is sweet potato fries. Shit, I gotta get some of those too. Dang. Nope, I don't have it on here. But yeah, I love eating avocado with tuna. It's so good. No, I don't have the picture on here. I must have put it somewhere else. I don't know where the heck it is. Yeah. Oh no, here it is. No, it's not tuna. I had it with an omelet. Yeah, that's right. See, that's avocado cut up with salt and pepper, and it's got that's an omelet with sausage and cheese and avocado on the side, chopped up. See? I knew I had some picture on here with avocado. I thought it was with the tuna, but it was with the Oh no, yeah, I do. Yeah, no, I don't have it. That's tuna and fries and olives. Oh, yeah, actually, I do have it. I see. I wear a lion. See, that's the tuna. That's the tuna fillets with the avocado. See, it's on my Marky Mark's Tarot Instagram. I put all my food up there. I love to cook. I just don't like to clean dishes. It's annoying. Yeah, I make all my food. Yeah, everything. I make food every day, pretty much. I'm a very good chef. I love to make food. I just don't like to wash dishes. My mom taught me well. My mom taught me how to cook, especially how my mom taught me a lot about marinating food and how to marinate it. You know, my mom's the best. She made some pork shish kebabs today with onion, Portuguese sausage, peppers, and she had it all on a skewer. She had like six of them, and I cooked them on the barbecue. And it was so good. It was she marinates it with garlic, paprika, wine. Man, she's the best, man. My mom, she just does everything perfect. All I gotta do is cook it. Today, she made macaroni salad. She makes like macaroni. She puts mustard and mayo in there, and she puts like little green pepper and cheese, like little you know, the Velveeta cheese. She like cuts it up in squares and puts it in there. It was the bomb. My mom, I wish I would have took a picture of it. I totally forgot. But my mom, she's the best, man. She makes so much good food. She's taught me a lot. She showed me how to do a lot of food and stuff. And then when I cook food, she likes eating the food that I make. And she always compliments my food, or she'll say, next time, Mark, put a little bit of soap, a little bit more. She likes her soap. And I was like, Mom, you know me, I don't like a lot of soap. But she goes, yeah, I know, but it's gonna taste better. I said, well, that's what the mayonnaise is for. But yeah, my mom's the best. She makes all good stuff, man. She's really good. Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you know how to cook, it's really good because you'll never starve, you know? You'll always know how to, and I'm not a takeout guy, even though I eat takeout maybe two or three times a week, whether it's lunch or dinner. Or whether I just don't feel like making any food, I'll get takeout. But even when I eat takeout, I'm not eating like no serious junky ass food or anything. And, you know, it's okay to have some, you know, fried food every now and then or whatever. But I honestly, I like to do a lot of barbecue food or oven baked food. Anything I really fry up is homemade fries and fish. That's pretty much it. But I love doing things on the barbecue or like in the oven, things like that. But I usually cook them as every single day. But like I said, the only way I'm gonna be motivated to wash dishes is going live. Now I go live to wash dishes, and I'll go live and I'll talk shit and wash dishes, and I'm happy. Hey, Caddy, how you doing? Happy birthday! Hope you had a good one. I think it's Vanessa's birthday tomorrow. Your Gemini and your twin Gemini. They used to come in here. I believe because you were on. I think you were yesterday, and she was today. Well, she's on the 16th tomorrow. Yeah, because I think you guys are 2 days apart. I think I have to find out if it's her birthday tomorrow. I'll hit her up. I still speak to her every now and then. I gotta holler at her tomorrow and say happy birthday to her. But I hope you had a good birthday. I saw your pic and commented on it. You and Shay Shay. You guys look great. She came in here the other night. I'm sure she told you. She paid me a visit. You're welcome, sweetheart. Yeah, she came by. Yeah, I think she came by on Wednesday night, I believe. I think she came in Wednesday or Thursday night. I can't remember, but I know she came in this week at some time. Yeah, she came here and had a chat with me. Hey, Ashley, how you been? You good? That was nice. So I got both of you come here this week. See, I got my friends from way back coming in. And it's always good to see you guys. I'm glad you guys are all right. I like when you guys check in, so I don't have to worry about you. Yeah, it was good. I had a good day today. We had Father's Day here. We had a little get together with my mom and dad. Had a barbecue. It was nice. We hung out. I talked to my dad for a while. He's doing much better now. I'm so glad that he's doing much better. So, he has gout really bad sometimes, and his feet get really swollen. But now his feet and his legs are back to normal. He looks much better now. I'm so happy, man. He's better now. So he eats really good now. He says he had like an upset stomach yesterday, but he did it to himself. And I said, yeah, I know. Because you think that you can keep eating shit. See what it is, when he gets better, he thinks that he's better forever. But his body reacts to things that he's not supposed to eat. And he even admitted it. He says, I shouldn't have ate this, I shouldn't have ate that, but I did. And I was like, well, there you go. You do it to yourself, Dodo. But he's cool though. He's all right. Yeah, we had a fun time. My mom was laughing and stuff. She talks a lot of shit like me. And my nephews love their grandparents. So we had a good time. We had a good time. It was fun. I went for a swim in the pool. Me and my nephew went for a swim in the pool. It was nice. The water's nice and warm now, so we're able to go in the pool. It's not cold anymore. It's been like 80 between 80 and 83 degrees off and on today. Well, this week. So it's nice to finally get back in the pool, man. I love going in there and just relaxing and swimming around. Yeah, it's been okay, Ashley, you can ask your question when you're ready, sweetie. Thanks. But yeah, it's been like in the 80s here, like 80 between 80 and 83. And but it's really humid here too. It's like 80% humidity as well. So it's warm, but I love it. I'm glad because I wanted to go in the pool so bad, but the water was cold for the longest time. Because if it doesn't reach over 80 degrees here, the water's never gonna get warm. So it's been very sunny all week. We've had a shower here or there, but nothing serious. So I was happy to be in the pool the last 3 days, and I'm like, thank God. 'Cause I work out in the pool, like I exercise, like I stretch in the pool, I swim around, and I feel much better. Like my back is better. It feels less, painful. My legs feel good. It's perfect. Oh, nice, Caddy. Sounds like fun. Yeah, that's why I swim in there as much as I can. So I was in there for like an hour today, and I looked like a prune when I left because I was in there so long. But it's cool though. I didn't care. But I had a great time. I love being in the pool. You got your first tattoo last weekend. Oh shit! So you finally got my name on your back then. I love Marky. It's okay. It's all good. No, I had a hot tub, but we got rid of it because it was leaking. We had one years ago, yeah, but we had to get rid of it. But the pool, we have a heat pump. I have to get it fixed. The guy didn't come this weekend, but we have a heat pump that heats up the pool, so it's like a hot tub, pretty much. But we do that. I'm trying to get it fixed, but this guy's been fucking around. He hasn't. He's supposed to come yesterday. He didn't come. He was supposed to come today. He didn't come. So I'm hoping he's gonna come this week sometime. But if he fixes it, we'll have it on at night, so that way we can like have it like a hot tub. It ends up turning into a damn hot tub in the pool. Oh, it says Marky Forever. Okay, my bad. That's good. At least you got the right tattoo. Yeah, it's cooler at night here. Like the temperature drops maybe 8 degrees, 10 degrees, possibly sometimes. Yeah, but it's a lot cooler. Yeah. See, Dan's got one that says slippery when wet. See. All right, Ashley, you said, can you tell me if Marcus and I will be in a relationship? All right, let's check. I mean, yeah, it could be possible in the next 3 months, Ashley. I feel like Marcus is determined to make it happen. I feel like it'll be a smart choice if you say yes, or if he asks you out, then yeah, I feel like you guys can be in a relationship. Yeah. Um, if you guys have known each other for a while, it could be him returning in your life. But if you haven't known him for a while, then I would say like this can be you and him uniting and being your new alliance, your new person. Things look hopeful in the future. And I asked June, July, August, will you guys be in a relationship? And it says yes. And I see a lot of communication in the next 3 months. So I feel like you and him are going to communicate a lot more. Um, he likes the fact that you are single and he likes the fact that things are you're very sharp, you're very smart. He looks at you in those ways. He feels like you're a good woman for him. So I would say yes. I mean, there's definitely a possibility that you guys can be together. I can't guarantee anything, but from what I see in the cards, I would say yes, it's a possibility in the next 3 months. But the most positive thing I see is communication. So if he starts to communicate with you, make sure you communicate back. You know what I mean? Because that's the only way a guy's gonna continue. No, I know, but it can't be all the time. You know why? His name is Marcus. See that? Any name that says Mark, Marcus, Marky, those are people that you should be dating. They're the real ones. So I do see a lot of communication coming up. But what spirit's telling me is you have to communicate. You don't have to, but if you communicate back and meet him halfway instead of getting him to do all the work, then I feel like this person will definitely be more willing to be in a relationship in the next 3 months. So I would say this is probably the best reading that I've gotten for you, because I know I always tell you, nah, this guy's a joke. I usually tell everybody in here that the guy that they're dealing with is shit. But between you and the other person that came in here, B, I told her that the guy that she was dealing with, just he's cool too. She can go out with him and see how it goes. But yeah, I see a lot of communication. I see a lot of determination to make this happen. He does think of you as a good person. So yeah, that's good. So Ashley, I wish you luck on this, and I'm sure it'll turn out perfect because I got nothing bad to say here. There's nothing bad. Not one card is bad here. But the Eight of Wands at the very end tells me that you're gonna have a good bit of communication. But the thing is make sure you communicate back. Don't, because a lot of women, I'm not saying you're like that, but a lot of women say to me, you know, hey, if this guy wants me, then he needs to contact me first all the time. Like, who the hell are you? A queen? Since when they made you important? So women have a big issue, in my opinion. Some women have this thing where they think the guy has to drool all over you the whole time and his whole life, and think that he always has to communicate with you. If he's communicating with you a lot, yeah, you can at least communicate the same way or just as much. Or and like if he always makes communication first, you should make communication first one day. So that way it makes that person feel like they're actually on the right track with you. Because if not, if the guy keeps doing everything all the time, then he's gonna get fed up. So that's the only thing that I would suggest, is that you meet this person halfway with the communication. So yeah. But it looks good though. Yeah. It can't always be bad. It can't always be bad. Yeah. I mean, this looks like it's gonna work. And that concludes the men's right meeting tonight. You know what I mean? Dad, I'm just trying to help all the women in here understand us men, because a lot of women want me to tell them what a man thinks. I'm just telling you my opinion, but some men aren't, not everybody's like me, and I'm not like them either. Everybody's different, like. Well, hey, hopefully it does work out, and hopefully this person, does do what the cards are saying. But I feel like it is. So you gotta let me know if it happens. Yeah, I know, Dan. Yeah, it's good to be old school. You know. Yeah. But most times when a person comes in here, they always say, "Yeah, Mark's gonna tell me this guy is no damn good." But when I do tell you somebody's good, it doesn't mean you're gonna marry him, but they're, better than the last person you chose. Caddy, you said they say don't make impulsive decisions during Gemini season, so naturally I made an impulsive decision. Yeah, you ain't the only one. That's for sure. This has been a crazy Gemini season so far. I can't wait till it's over. Another 4 more days. Everybody wonders why this last few weeks have been, intense. And I'm like, well, Gemini is a very intense sign, and has a lot of intense people. Your American president is, a Gemini, and he's very intense and very crazy and does a lot of crazy things. But I know a lot of Geminis, and they're cool as fuck. I get along with probably every Gemini that I know. You know, Joanna, that's because you're a Capricorn. They don't really like Capricorns anyway. Capricorn people are very, very difficult to deal with too, because they Capricorns want to be right all the time, and Capricorns don't really like a lot of people. They usually connect more to their own type of like element. But Gemini men are a lot different from Gemini women, in my opinion. With my like, because I get along with a lot of Gemini women that come in here. I have so many Gemini friends, women friends, but the men are like a pain in the ass. The men think that their shit don't stink, and they think that they're God's gift to women or something. But Capricorn men are very annoying to me, but Capricorn women are cool. See what I'm saying? So it varies for certain people. But my mom's a Capricorn and she's fine. Me and her get along. But Capricorn men are like the biggest pain in the asses to me. I don't like none of them. I don't know any Capricorn guy that I like because they all think that their shit don't stink. But Capricorn women, I can definitely get along with. I have no problem with them. There's one girl that I had a problem with. She must have had stupid in her chart. People have stupid in their chart and in their houses. Your ex was a Gemini? Well, there you go. That's why he's your ex. Because Gemini men can be very annoying. Old downtown was blocked off. The Trump supporters accidentally ended up in the Pride Parade. Yeah, that sounds about right. Joanna's like, ugh. Yeah, I remember you telling me that, Caddy. Gemini and like when you're the same sign, there's always gonna be like you think that it's gonna be all good because you're the same sign, but you're not the same sex. And even if you're the same sex, it could be a problem. A lot of people think like it's the right thing, but it can't. It sometimes it's not. One of the best combinations with air signs is Gemini and Aquarius, and and that's why I get along with so many Gemini women because we talk a lot of shit and have fun, and we have the same mentality. You know, fuck around and find out. But Gemini men and I don't really get along. I don't really have Gemini men friends. Dan, that's a good thing if you don't know too many Capricorn people. I don't. Capricorn men are not good friends, and neither are Pisces men to me. Pisces men, Aries men, and Capricorn men are all stuck up assholes, and I don't like none of them. I don't get along with many those type of people. Leo men can also be assholes too, but some of them are cool, some of them ain't. It all depends, like, you know. A lot of people, and they say the same thing about Aquarius men. There's a lot of people on here that bash Aquarius men so bad. I'm like, fuck, I'm not like that. Damn, you people be talking like Aquarius men like they're the worst men on earth. The fuck I do to you? You know? Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. It sometimes it just depends what you have in your chart, and it also depends on your life and how you deal with it. Yeah, yeah. But you know what, Joanna? You're not the first person nor the last person that I've heard say my ex is a Gemini. I know so many people that came in here and said, "Oh my God, my ex is a Gemini, such an asshole, such a control freak, such a womanizer, such a this." They called him every damn name in the world. I know a lot of women that's come in here and told me they have a Gemini ex. It's either Gemini or uh Pisces or Scorpio man that does some dumb shit. Oh boy. In here, that's how people are. They always talk shit about their exes. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, probably, Caddy, for sure. Sounds like a t-shirt opportunity. Tanya, get to clean it. Yeah, that's all that matters. Joanna says Scorpios are the best. My best friend is a Scorpio, and my nephew is a Scorpio. I get along with them. We love to talk a lot of shit and laugh and have fun. I get along with Scorpio guys and women. Yeah. One of my favorite nephews is a Scorpio. He's the one that lives next door, but he's also a pain in the ass. They can be a pain in the ass. But they could say the same thing about me. So, yeah, see. And Marley's a Scorpio. She comes in here. We're good friends. Yeah, when they bite or the only thing I don't like about Scorpio men, like my friends, is like when they're in a bad mood, like they're like complete idiots. It's like what the fuck happened? What the fuck did I do to you? Like they take their shit out on you. Like when they're mad, you gotta be mad too. And if you're not mad, then they're like, oh my god, leave me alone, go fuck yourself. But Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and Aquarius are all fixed signs, so we're all gonna be like almost the same. That's probably why I get along. Cause my favorite cousin and one of my best friends is a Taurus, right? And I've known him my whole life. We used to live next to each other. We still speak to each other. We still work with each other. And we haven't spoke to each other in probably like 2 months because he's been away and he's been busy. But we'll end up seeing each other. When we do, we have a great time. He's one of my best friends for years and years and years. My cousin. He's a Taurus. One of my best friends for the past 25 years is a Scorpio. And Leo men, I don't really like have any decent Leo men friends. And the only Leo man that I really talk to on a regular basis is Dan. That's it. But in real life, like here, I don't really have no Leo guy friends. My first true love was a Leo, but now she's a Leo. So yeah, we'll leave it at that. And I don't really have any Aquarius friends except for the ones that I have on here. Well, that's cool. Virgos are cool. I like Virgos. Virgos. My moon is in Virgos, so I love Virgos. Cool. That's too. Lynn's like, no, Mark. What's your sign, Lynn? I don't think I know your sign. I can't remember. Your baby daddy's a Leo. Yeah, I know. Yeah, these are just my opinions, though. And just my thoughts. Oh, you're a Capricorn too. Ah, see, I told you I got along with Capricorn, man. We guys are cool. See, Joanna's a Capricorn. You're a Capricorn. See, it's the Capricorn men that are a pain in the ass. Capricorn men are a nuisance. They think that they're better than everybody. I can't stand them. Fuck 'em. Okay, Caddy, good seeing you, sweetheart. I'm glad you enjoyed your birthday. Good night, sweetheart. Take care. A lot of double dippers. Yeah. I mean, in my opinion, like it all depends. Like, cause some people you say to yourself, like, how can you guys be friends? Because in astrology, it says that these signs aren't supposed to be cool. You know what I mean? And like, and then some people are like, well, how the heck are these people together? How is this possible? It's just the way I don't really go by signs too much. Giovanni said, how many days? What do you mean? How many days? What did I just say? How many days for what? Oh, my beard. I usually have my beard on for like probably I think I've had it for like a week. It's usually Sunday to Sunday, but today is Sunday. But tomorrow's a holiday here, so I'm gonna probably shave tomorrow if you want me to. Yeah. But yeah, this has been a week. Yeah. 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 I guess. That was last night. Yeah. I only like to shave once a week, to be honest. I can't. I can't shave every damn week. I mean, every damn 6, 7 days. But yeah, if you want me to shave my beard, Joanna, so I can look more handsome for you, then I'll do that for you. You say the word. That's all. Some women want me to keep the beard. So if you want me to keep it, I'll keep it for you, just for you. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Fiona. I agree. Yep. Well, I always say that I don't really care what sign you are to a certain point. I just care about your character and your personality. So if you treat me good, I'm going to treat you good. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? So if you treat me with respect, I'm going to treat you with respect. I don't really like, certain signs, but if you're good to me, then I'll be good to you and maybe we can work. I don't really look. I've never been a person like even when I read the cards, you'll never really hear me say, "Oh, I have a fire sign here, Aries, Leo, or Sag. I got the Two of Wands here, so yeah, it's got to be a fire sign." Yeah, I don't really talk like that. I always talk about whether it's a man, a woman, or what color hair they have, or what they do for a living, shit like that. Because I never have been a person that dwells too much on star signs. because I don't really believe in that too much. I mean, I'll talk about it and I'll explain my experiences with certain signs and who I like and who I don't like. But at the end of the day, it doesn't apply to every single person. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that have said to me, you can't be an Aquarius. Because I know a lot of Aquarius guys and they're assholes. And I'm like, well, what you want me to do? I'm not an asshole like that. I can be if you want me to. But, I respect people as long as you respect me. Fiona said, Dan, are you a hairy man? Dan is a Sasquatch. Yeah, you know what I mean, Lynn? That's just the way it is. So it all depends. I'm sure like I'm out of all the people that I've been around, friends and girlfriends, I've had different signs. And I've had the same sign too. And no same sign is the same either. You know? I've dated two Sagittarius women in my life, right? Two Sagittarius women that I had a relationship with, and neither of them were the same. None of them. They were totally different, but they were two Sagittariuses. They were both born in November, and they were totally different from each other, like night and day. So I can't say that I'm never gonna like be with. And then my sister, she's a Sagittarius, and she's my best friend. You see what I'm saying? So as my sister and still a woman, I still have a great friendship with my sister, but I can't date a Sagittarius woman that is, gonna be 100% for me because the two that I dated were totally different and it didn't work. And I also dated two Aries women and they were completely the same. They were completely dumb and delusional and they were crazy. And I had to get rid of them too. Thank God it wasn't that long. I figured them out within a month or two. But I don't have much luck with fire sign women anyway, because they be like on some different levels. They be crazy. But I can't just say I would never date a fire sign woman again. It's just that it has to be the right person, period. Doesn't matter what her sign is. Yeah, exactly. So you've experienced that too. Yeah, Joanna. Yeah. And Lynn, yeah. Your mom is a Sag. Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. See, Aries men and women are like they're just a different breed. A lot of them are so nice, and some of them are like the worst people you'll know. It's just the way it is. But I know I have a few Aries friends that are amazing, but majority of them I would never want to speak to again or don't want nothing to do with because they're weird and they do a lot of dumb shit and they lie like crazy. My oldest sister's in Aries and we can't stand each other. We've had fights a lot and I fucking told her about herself many a times and we speak, but we don't get along. I don't like her at all. She's a biatch. We used to be cool, but after she, disrespected me, I didn't want to deal with her no more. They always think that they're like always right. And they love to argue. They love to like scroll up their nose a bit and be like, what you talking about? Makes you want to throw something at them. But yeah. The only thing I find weird is like I don't have any Aquarius men friends. None. I don't have one Aquarius man friend that I can think of. Not one. No, not one. Not that I can remember, not that I know of. But Aquarius women, there's a few Aquarius women that come in here that are my friends and have been my friends for years. Yeah. Well, they're the Aries people I know, Joanna, are very direct, but they're not honest. That's for sure. A lot of them lie like crazy. That's their middle name. So there's a lot of Aries women that I've met and men that lie like crazy. I know some Aries, honest people, but a lot of them are liars, in my opinion. The ones that I know have lied to my face multiple times. But direct, yes, I agree with that. They're very direct. Yeah, Aries women aren't my favorite people, but it's only because I had bad experiences with a few Aries women. But like I said, there's some that come in here that are my good friends. I like them a lot. And Taurus women are cool too. Like Miss Bikini Time, she's a Taurus. My friend Sapia that comes in here from time to time, she's a good person. She's a Taurus as well. I have a few Taurus friends that I adore and love. They're all cool. I have an Aries guy friend. Like he's my he's a guy I sold my car to, and I've known him my whole high school life, and we get along. We work together. We're cool. But like the only thing I don't like about him is he bullshits a lot, you know. But he's very direct and open and cool. Like he's cool, but he's like half cool and half bullshitter. Like he talks a lot of shit, and he just like I wouldn't say he lies, but like he over exaggerates sometimes, which it doesn't bother me. I can handle him, you know. But he's a good person. He's always been cool with me. Because Aries and Aquarius can be a good match, but you have to find the right ones. Because that's on the compatibility chart. That's something they always say that Aries and Aquarius are good together. But the two women that I dealt with, they were crazy. I want nothing to do with them. I don't speak to any of them anymore either. But see, Dan is a Leo and his wife is an Aquarius, and those are the two opposite signs. So fire and air fuels the fire. So there, an Aquarius can always get along with a Sagittarius, a Leo, or an Aries, but it has to be the right combination. So in Dan's case, he's been married to his wife for over 20 years. So that's, it's good. He found his love of his life. And she probably is like, I made a mistake here, but now, I'll make sure I can tame this lion. All right, KP. So yeah, you have people who are opposite signs, but see, Leo and Aquarius are fixed signs. So even though you're the opposite in the zodiac, you're still fixed signs, so it can still work. You got me? But I'm yet to know of a Taurus and an Aries. I mean, a Taurus and an Aquarius couple. I don't know any Taurus and Aquarius couples. I know Aquarius and Scorpio friends and couples, but I don't know any Aquarius and Taurus. I know Aquarius Leo. I know Aquarius and what was the other sign? Yeah, Leo, and then like I said, I don't know any Aquarius and Tauruses. I don't know, but I know I have my Taurus best cousin friend is cool with me. I've known her forever. We never really had a falling out or anything. But like marriage, man and woman, I don't know any. Your opposite is Cancer, but you don't get along with Cancer, man. Yeah, my brother's a Cancer, and we don't really get along. He's very annoying. He's like a crybaby, always crying about money and shit in life. He thinks like the whole world's against him or something. There's a Cancer woman that I was trying to date for the past 2 years, and she like blatantly like disrespected me by not telling me, certain things. And I was like, you know what? I ain't dealing with this fucking woman. So I don't really get along with like Cancer people too much. I think that they're whiny and they talk to hear themselves, and they're kind of weird. But then there's some Kansas that are cool. I know a Cancer woman. I love her to death. She's my friend. She comes in here all the time. We have such a great understanding and friendship. I love her to death. But it's like certain. That's what I'm trying to say. Going back to what Fiona said. It's not like I say it all the time. Sometimes it's not about your sign. It's about who you are as a person. Yeah. So, and like you said, Joanna, it depends on lots of things. That's why I never really mention the signs when I pull cards. I never really talk about signs when I pull cards. But if you ask me a question, what is my ex, Aquarius doing? Then I would say, okay, what is this person Aquarius? And then the King of Swords comes up, then I know that it's referring to him. You see what I mean? Like you can pull cards and and I can say, oh, I got the King of Swords here, and you can say, "Oh yeah, my man is Aquarius," or this person that we're talking about is a air sign. So that's the only way that I will mention it is if you say something, but I won't outright say it because I don't care about the signs like that. Yeah, for sure, Lynn. I agree. Yeah, exactly. I agree with that. I feel like you can be with anybody. Like for instance, my dad's a Libra and my mom's a Capricorn, and I don't know too many of those combinations. And that's air and earth, right? My oldest sister, she's an Aries and her husband is a Taurus. So those are the bull and the ram. And they butt heads a lot, right? But they're still together. They've been together for 30 years. See? So those are signs that you normally don't really hear that are together. But they are. And my parents have been together for 60 years. So yeah. And I feel like if you go down the line, even if your own parents, you can determine everything from there. And you probably can say, oh shit, yeah, you know. And you can also determine sometimes it is a pattern, like you said, you can notice the patterns that every time you date an Aries, it's the same shit. They're the same type of person. So that's why I always suggest to a lot of people, it does you can have like in your lifetime, you can have 100 friends and you can only have three that you trust out of the 100 people you meet. And those three people could be the same sign because that's the only sign that you can resonate with. Or if there are three different signs, then you know that it's the person, not the sign. So it all depends, like how you connect with certain people or certain signs. You know, to me, that's how it is with me. Like I feel like I can connect with anybody, and I want to connect with everyone. And the last thing I'm gonna ask you is what your sign is, because I really don't give a shit. I just go by how you treat me. If you respect me, I will respect you. You disrespect me, then I don't want to see you or deal with you no more. And that's how I deal with you. I don't care what sign you are. Your sign will never impact the way I look at you. It's your energy. It's your how you act and how you are. Well, that's pretty much you know every hoe in the world wants to do that, Tanya. Yeah, I agree, Joanne. I agree with that. I know a lot of people. I know a cheater in every sign, and I'm sure if everybody were to know, I'm sure a lot of people in here know of a cheater. And if you look at their signs, I'm sure there's a cheater in every single zodiac sign, guaranteed. So, like I said, it's not your sign, it's what you think and how you are. It's your upbringing, it's your mentality, it's how you perceive life, it's what you go through in life. So, some people, I'm like, fuck, this person's an Aquarius. Damn it, I can't stand this person. The other day, I looked up someone's birthday and I said, this person's an Aquarius? Oh, hell no, I can't stand this mofo. I'm like, how could you be an Aquarius? Shit. So like, I'm sure we can all do it. I'm sure we all hate someone that's in our own sign. And you're wondering how the hell they are. I'm sure that all of you that are Capricorns, you can probably say, I know a jackass Capricorn right now. Or I know a Capricorn I love to throw something at. It's the same as me. I know some Aquariuses that I can't stand. I fucking throw something at their ass. Leave me alone. Look at this damn dog. She's over here breathing heavy, dreaming. I'm saying, what the fuck's wrong with this dog? Look. I can hear you over here again. What's your problem? The AC is on. The fan's on. What you huffing and puffing about? Huh? What are you dreaming of that got your heart beating a mile a minute? Huh? I'm talking to you. Calm down. Stop dreaming about chasing a cat in your dreams or eating some damn pedigree or something. That's all I hear. Yeah, dreaming of bacon. She knows I'm talking to her, but she worries me. She's breathing heavy. You okay? You all right, baby? What's wrong? Why are you breathing heavy for? Calm your ass down. She's an Aquarius. See? She loves me. She's definitely dreaming of something. I heard her dreaming, I heard her snoring, and then she just woke up and started like breathing all heavy. So she must be like, you know how when you get up from like a nightmare or a dream or something. Damn dog. Yeah, she looks at me like that, Joanna. You know, she loves me. What can I say? My mom said that today. She goes, every time you leave or you go, she's always looking at you, always waiting for you. I said, of course. Save this damn dog's life. She knows. I gotta take care of her. She's had a rough life. Now she's got a good life, but she's still a pain in the ass. But I love her. Somebody's gotta love her. But she can't be hot because I have the AC on. The AC is on. I'm not hot. I feel perfectly fine. The fan's on above me right here, so it's not hot in here. It actually feels good. I don't know. They were Saggies and you're a Taurus. Okay, cool. I didn't know that. Well, the thing is, Tanya, some people do it, and they regret it, and it's a part of life. It's human. It's the way humans are. At least you can admit it and admit your faults. A lot of people that have cheated don't never admit it, and they'll say, "Oh, it wasn't my fault," or "I did it to get back at this person," or some shit, and justify it that way. You know, me personally, I would never do it, and I never have, and I never will, because that's something that I feel like is one of the worst sins in the world. especially if you're married. You know, even it's no excuse if you're not married. Even if you've been with somebody for like 3, 4, 5 months, it's still cheating. Cheating is cheating. But there can be very nasty cheating situations too, where you can just cheat once and never do it ever again in life, and you make that mistake, and then that's it. But if you're constantly doing it, then you're gonna probably rot in hell somewhere. But some people learn from cheating, and some people don't. My uncle, he cheated on his wife, and he's claimed that it was only once and once only, and then he earned up to it, and then she took him back, and then they ended up he ended up passing away last year, and now she's a widow, and she's like 80 something. But she got past it. But not me. I would never do that shit. You cheat on me, goodbye, good riddance, go to hell. And like I said, I can't see myself ever doing that. But it happens, and some people do it once and once only, and sometimes the person with them can forgive him, but me personally, I wouldn't, because you probably do it again. At least that's my analogy on that. But I don't feel like if you do it once and you do it like that one time and one time only, and you become a better person and you earn up to it, then I respect that, because things happen. And usually when people do cheat, it's because they're trying to get out of a relationship, and that's the only way, or they're doing it because they fall in love with another person and end up, doing it. So, I always tell people you can love more than one person at one time, because that's your mentality. That's what you want. Or you can love somebody, be with them, and have lust for someone else. And when you have that lust and you can't control it and you get tempted, then it becomes a problem, and then it ruins lives, and that's how it is. So, I mean, but me personally, I can't do that shit. But I'm not like gonna hate somebody because they did it. One of my best friends cheated on his girlfriend, and he told me about it, and I still love him to death. He's not cheating on me, because we're not together. So he can do whatever he wants. I'm not gonna judge him. He admitted to me that he cheated on his girl, but I was like, look, bro, you do whatever you want. It's your D. You do whatever you want to go get some outside coochie. That's up to you, bro. I'll never go tell your girl, so I don't really care. It's not my problem. But I didn't look at him any different. I just said, oh, well, it's your life. You're still my boy, but that's it. You do whatever you want. You pay the consequences of your actions, not me. I can't give you no karma. But it happens all the time. It's a part of life. It's unfortunate, but I know a lot of people that's gotten cheated on, and it's just the way it is. And you know what? Some people have gotten cheated on and will never know. It'll be a secret to the grave. And that's one of the things that always will haunt my brain mentally is, you know, you date somebody, you get to know them, then you have sex with them and you're together and you're in a relationship, and like a whole year goes by, and then that person you're with decides to cheat but never tells you, and you never ever find out in your lifetime. You know how fucked up that is, to even think that that's a possibility or to have that on your mind. So like some people don't even want to have that on their mind. That's why they stay single, because they don't even want to live that. They don't want to live that moment or even think about that. And sometimes when you're with somebody for a long period of time, it goes through your mind when things don't go right, or there's a problem, or you feel like you're not getting treated like you usually do. So, and the thing is, you'll never really know because you're not with that person, handcuffed to that person every day. And I hate to say it, but I always say it. And that's the thing. When you're not around each other, who knows what the fuck you're doing? And it goes for both people. But if you think like that all the time, then you're never gonna find the right person. And if you find the right person, you're never gonna trust them 100% because you keep thinking that that person is going to cheat on you at any given day. And you have every right to think that way, but it's it's um it's something that you have an instinct too. You can say, you know what, things are not right. I feel like this mofo is with somebody, and then you can just sense it, as a energy. And if you sense it, it's probably happening. Or if not, you're probably just paranoid. But you're never gonna know, really. See what I'm saying? And I don't mean to sound you know, like how most people think, but it's true. You never really know. It's shitty. I have an extra power. I can see it in the cards. Yeah, not for myself, but I can see it for you or someone else, maybe. Yeah. But if I ask my cards, I would hope to God that I would get that answer. But sometimes I probably might not be able to. But I'm sure Spirit will probably give me that answer. But see, I don't even want to ask that question because I want to know, I want to trust the person I'm with. I want to love that person. I want to make sure that I want to always think that that person would never do that to me because I knew I would never do it to them. You see what I'm saying? And you can find somebody like that. And I would tell that woman when I date them, I'll tell them, look, I want one thing from you and one thing only. And they're going to say, what, coochie? I said, no, listen to me, right? I would tell her, look, if you feel like you don't want to be with me no more and you feel like we don't connect no more and you want to break up with me, I would rather you break up with me than cheat on me and then break up with me. So in the future, if you feel like you don't want me no more and we don't connect anymore and there's something up, then just tell me and I will gladly break up with you. I will gladly move on and I will gladly just get you out of my life. It's okay. Or if you feel like you want to be friends and you don't want to be in a relationship, that's fine too. I would totally understand if you don't want me anymore. But don't fucking cheat on me and then tell me you're leaving because you cheated on me. Like, that's fucking dumb. If you feel like you have something for another guy and you don't want me no more, just say, look, I feel like I have feelings for this guy. I don't want you no more, Mark. So before I cheat, I feel like I don't want to be with you. I want to be with this guy. I got feelings. Okay, I'll be like, okay, cool. That guy's gonna have a fucking problem on his hands. Not my problem. And you're gonna be my problem and you're gonna be solved. So don't cheat on me, just leave. That's all I ask. And I would tell that woman to her face if I'm with her. Just let me go, break up with me, and I'll be totally fine with it. I'd rather you do that than cheat on me and have me find out. And then, you doing dumb shit. That's all I ask. And that's not really too much to ask, I think, as far as what I feel. And vice versa. If I don't want you no more and I start to feel for someone else, I'm going to tell you, look, I don't really feel like you and I work anymore because this is not happening. So I have feelings for somebody else. I'm going. I didn't cheat on you, but I just feel like I can be better with this person. I'm breaking up with you, but that's it. I would do the same thing for you if you do that for me. That's all I ask at the end of the day. I don't mind if a woman says she doesn't want to be with me no more and there's no spark and no connection. But I doubt she would say that to me anyway. But if she did, I would respect it and say, okay, fine. Good riddance. See you later. I wouldn't be vindictive or vengeful. I'd just be like, okay, cool. You're not the right one. We tried. Goodbye. But don't cheat on me for fuck's sake. That's just dumb. And then you're going to get karma for that shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's fair. And I feel like if I asked everybody for a survey to answer that, what would you think? You probably want that too, I'm sure. You know what I mean? That's all I ask. That's one thing I can't stand is even having the thought that you're with a person and they're doing dumb shit like that. That shit's annoying. I don't mind you having like a guy friend and talking to him and shit, but as long as you ain't fucking him, when you're with me, then we're not gonna, we'll be all right. I don't mind if you talk to a guy every day or, you respect him and give him a hug or something like that or whatever. I'm never gonna be jealous of that. Cause if you've known them, and you're cool with that guy, I'm not gonna try and tell you you can't speak to another man. That's dumb. I'm just gonna say, well, make sure you're not fucking him. That's all, cause you're with me, and vice versa. You know? Yeah, I know you've told me this story before, but I try not to talk about things like this because you and other people can be in here that have done it, and I don't want anybody to think that I hate everyone who's cheated, because people who cheat, dude, it's sometimes it's just a mistake, and it's just a lusting moment or like a vengeful moment, or it could be just a bad mistake at the time, or you're drunk as fuck or high as fuck, and it happens, and you regret it the next day, and it's too late, because we're humans, we're gonna make mistakes, we're not perfect. But if you own up to it, you know if you own up to it and you try and make your life better, then I have more respect for you, because you admitted it, you owned up to it, and you made yourself better. And that's all that matters at the end of the day. And that's all that matters. But I can honestly say that I've never done it, and I never ever will. And if I do happen to like have sex with a woman, and they're gonna have to drug me or do something to me to have sex with them that I would never know if I had it when I wake up. That's the only way you're gonna have me cheat on somebody, is if the woman, drugs me up and fucks me and I don't even know. And records it, and I'm like in la la land on some fucking drugs that I don't even do. You know how people do in real life. They do shit. They do shit. Yeah, I agree, Joanna. You can feel it if you're sensitive, for sure. Yeah. Well, that's cool, Tanya. As long as it's like that. So I mean, yeah, it's it's just the way it is. My brother and my sister got cheated on, and they had a divorce, and it's sad. But and then a lot of my friends have been cheated on. One of my best friends got cheated on. One of my cousin, I feel like his wife cheated on him, but he doesn't want to admit it. But he cheated on her too. So it's like, you do it to me, I do it to you. But it's dumb, you know? It's fucking dumb. And that's why, like, I have no problem telling people that, because, I'm not trying to make somebody feel like you're the worst person in the world. But at the end of the day, you gotta, understand that I can talk like that because I've never done it, and I never will. But it doesn't mean that I'm perfect. It doesn't mean I'm a fucking saint. And it doesn't mean that, it can happen. I can turn into a bad person and say, yeah, I bet you cheated on me. I'm gonna cheat on you. I'm gonna have sex with your mom. Bitch, take that. I can be fucked up and do something like that. But I hope to God I never get to that state of mind to be that petty or be that dumb. Because if you cheat on me, I'm just gonna leave you and just go about my business. I don't care. You can go to hell. But I would never do it to you, because I'm not that type of person. Yeah, it definitely feels like a hole in the stomach for sure. You know, definitely feels like a hole in your stomach, and it definitely feels like the most disrespectful thing in the world. because it pretty much is to a certain extent. And it all depends on how long you're with somebody too, you know? I mean, if you're with somebody for 4 months and you get cheated on, that's like a fresh relationship and it's kind of like it's fucked up, but it's worse if you're with that person for 20 something years. You know, that's even worse. The longer you're with somebody, the worse it's gonna hurt, in my opinion. You know? Dan, you're saying that because it's Sunday. I looked up at the clock and it says 111. It's a holiday tomorrow, so that's why I'm here late. I don't have to work tomorrow or go anywhere tomorrow. It's so nice. Tomorrow is National Heroes Day here. But I'm gonna go get in my bed anyway soon. I like conversations like this. I've been on here for almost 3 hours, but I can talk about shit like this all the time. You know, when it's quiet in here like it is right now, it's nice to talk about things like this. I like to hear everybody's opinions. I like to hear everybody's stories, or you know, it's nice. Oh, you're working nonstop. Oh yeah, that's right. You were on a business trip, right, Joanna? Last time I spoke to you, I think you said you were going on a trip. You were packing and unpacking. Yeah. You can't wait to be back in Florida. Florida must be hot as shit too. I haven't been to Florida in years. My sister and my nephews are going to Florida next month. They're going to Orlando, Florida. They're going for a week vacation. That's their summer vacation trip. I don't really want to go anywhere. I want to stay here. I got a lot of work to do. I love being here. I don't really want to travel anywhere. It's too fucking expensive to go everywhere. Yeah, they're gonna be like 20 minutes away from Disney, and they might go to Disney, but they love Florida. I'm not really a big fan of Florida. I like Tampa. I went to Tampa a few times. I went to Daytona to watch a NASCAR race. That was like one of the coolest things I did in Florida. Um, I would say like when I was 20, when I was 22, maybe 21, 22, I went to Orlando and I watched Shaquille O'Neal play at the Orlando Magic Arena, whatever it was called back then. I think it was about that. I was that age around that time, something like that. That was like his rookie year. I watched the game. Like my boss at the time, he had a time sharing out there, and we stayed there. But we drove from Orlando to Daytona, Daytona to Tampa. Man, we had a ball. The place he had was in Orlando, and then we drove to Daytona to watch the race, and then we went to Tampa to go see this guy with stereo systems and stuff, and we went shopping. I had a great time in Florida when I did go. I went there. I've been there twice or three times. I can't remember. But I've been there a few times. The first strip club I ever went to was in Tampa. My boss pulled up there. I was like, "Yo, really, man?" He's like, "Don't worry, I got you. I got you." I'm like, "I don't want to go to no damn hoes. I don't care about these damn people." He goes, "No, man, it's cool. It's only a topless bar." He says, "I'm paying for everything." I said, "All right, whatever, man. Let's go." Oh, cool, Dan. Carl Malone. I like Carl Malone. He's good. Yeah, I've been to Florida. Florida's nice, but my mom and dad, they love Florida. And my sister and my nephews, they go to Florida like probably once a year or twice a year sometimes. They like Florida. My mom and dad love Florida, but not me. I'm not really a big Florida fan. I don't like to go anywhere that's hotter than where I am. My favorite place in the United States is probably Atlanta and Boston. Those are my two favorite cities in the United States. I really love Atlanta and I really love Boston. Those are my two favorite places. I went to Atlanta for years. My best friend lived there. I played music as a DJ there 3 times. I drove in Atlanta for years. I know how to drive in Atlanta like the back of my hand. I drove everywhere. I drive places that I didn't even know where I was going. I just wanted to see shit. I'd rent a car and just drive anywhere. Next thing you know, I was like, oh shit, let me find out where the hell I am. Okay, cool. I just stayed on the northbound, southbound. I didn't really go east or west much, but I 85, 285. I remember all that shit. I used to go there like every year. I used to go to Atlanta 3, 4 times a year because my best friend was out there, and a couple of my friends were there for college. I went there for like Freaknik parties, and then they had like these ninja bike parties. I used to love like seeing them pop a wheelie on the roads, and I DJ'd out there plenty of times. My friend owned a club out there. I was in my early 20s when I went out there a lot. The last time I went to Atlanta was 2007. I went to go watch a NASCAR race in Alabama. I drove from Atlanta to Alabama. It took like 2 hours, and then the time zone comes back when you go through the time zone area. When you actually go into Alabama, the time goes back an hour. So you gain an hour when you go into Alabama. I went to a place called Talladega Motor Speedway. I went there like 4 or 5 times. I used to be really like big into NASCAR and racing and stuff. But last time I went was 2007, and then my best friend moved to Florida and got a divorce. So I stopped going to Atlanta. And then from 2008 to 2020, I was going to Boston every year. I went to see my family out there, friends. I have good friends in Boston. And I went to see all my sports teams play. So the last time I went away was 2020, and that was right before COVID. And I haven't been away since. But yeah, those are the two places I've been to in the last 20 years the most is Atlanta and Boston. I had some really good times there in those two places. I love going. I really want to go back to Atlanta and visit. I really, really love Atlanta a lot. I actually miss going there. I would love to go there again just to see how it is and go shopping there. The shopping there is immaculate. It's fucking the best. The best place I ever shopped ever was in Atlanta, by far. Florida was good too. Boston's got good shopping, but it's so now. I don't really like too much places there. It all depends on what you like. But I never drove in Boston, but I drove in Atlanta all the time. Atlanta's a lot easier to drive than Boston. But yeah, I definitely want to go back there one day. I would love to go back ATL. If I do, I'll go visit Marley. She's out there. Maybe one day I'll go back there for a visit. We'll see. You been to Atlanta, Joanna? You been there a few times? I know you said you were in New York or something like that. Last time I heard you were in New York or you were going on a business trip to New York or something like that. I think you said NY, New York. This damn dog's still over here breathing heavy as hell. You been to Georgia sometimes? Okay, cool. Yeah. I used to love shopping there. It was the best. And driving out there. I took my sister and her ex-husband there twice. You're in New York right now, yeah. I remember you telling me you were in New York for business or work or whatever. Yeah, New York is like one of the closest places to Bermuda. It's like an hour and a half plane ride. Boston and New York are very close to here. Within 2 hours, you're there. There's like multiple flights that go there. So when people here in Bermuda, they're always going to New York and always going to Boston and always going to Atlanta and always going to Miami or Florida. We have direct flights that go there every single day. Sometimes two flights a day. Bermudians here, they love the East Coast. You lived for 8 years in New York. Oh, cool. Then you moved to Florida, yeah. Well, they say Florida is one of the best places to live. I mean, I've been there. It's beautiful. I love Florida. It's nice, but I don't really want to go there all the time. I used to, but not anymore. Like I said, in my early 20s, I went a few times, but it's too damn hot there, and it rained a lot when I was there, and it was fucking hot as shit. If it's hotter than Bermuda, I'm definitely not going there. And Florida is definitely hotter than Bermuda for sure. But yeah, I know a lot of people here that go to Florida every single year. That's like their getaway. There's a my fisherman buddy. He owns a house in Florida, and he goes there for like 1 month in the summertime and takes a break and goes there on vacation. He always tells me, if you want to go to Florida, you can rent my house. I said, I don't want to go nowhere that's hotter than here. Hell no. And he goes, that's okay. We got AC. But he always tells me I can use his house if I need be. I said, all right, bro, no problem. Yeah, a lot of people in Bermuda go to Florida and have houses out there. But yeah, if I was in a traveling mood, I would go to all those places again. But I'm not in a traveling mood, to be honest. I was when I was younger, but I don't really want to. I don't feel like traveling anywhere. I really don't. I can't stand going to the airport. I can't stand going in planes anymore. I can't stand being around people and being aggravated on a plane. Yeah, I'm not scared to fly, but it's just like I just don't like the aggravation of flying. I really don't. I don't like the aggravation of flying. So that's why I've took a nice 5 year break. Oh, Japan. Shit. That's fucking far away. Yeah, a lot of people I know. A friend of mine went to Thailand, and he said it was one of the best places he's been to, and he had a great time. I know somebody that's been Japan. Yeah, yeah, China. Some people here go there. A lot of people here are from the Philippines, so they say it takes a whole day to get there. We have a lot of Filipino. We have a big Filipino community here. Blah, 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 I can't talk. Yeah, but the Filipinos, they work here and live here, and they tell me, "Oh, Mark, it takes a whole day to get to the Philippines." I'm like, "Oh shit." He goes, "Yeah, you gotta come out there." I say, "Yeah, maybe one day." I ain't traveling no fucking 17 hours. Hell no. I'd die and I'd die. I would die from my body be destroyed. The longest I've ever traveled is to Germany. I've been the furthest I've ever been is Germany. But from here to London, from Bermuda to London, it's 7 hours. And then you have to take another plane from London to Germany for another 3 hours. So it took me 10 hours to get to Germany from here. And we had to wait like an hour at the airport for the connecting flight. But when I went to Germany was one of the most beautiful places I've been to. I stayed in Berlin and then we took a bus to Munich and it was beautiful. The whole bus ride, you saw all these green trees and nice houses and shit. And even in Berlin, and I stayed in like the city part, it was beautiful. Everything was clean, nice. I went in August and it was like one of the best trips I ever had in my life. And I've been to Portugal a few times. Portugal is a beautiful place. I went on a train with my friend. We went everywhere. We went to all the different like places. We traveled all there. That was like I went away for like 5 weeks. That was one of the best trips I've ever had. Was going to Germany and going to Portugal. Those are my two places I went to in Europe that were amazing. Absolutely amazing places. I would love to go back there. But yeah, I know some Filipinos. I have a Filipino woman that comes in here sometimes, my friend Lucky. And I have a lot of Filipino friends here. Great people. I have nothing to complain about Filipinos, but I ain't going to the Philippines no damn whole day of traveling. Hell no. I can't travel that long. That's why I like to go to Boston and New York and stuff. It's only like a 2 hour flight. So it's nice. I don't mind a 2 hour flight. But yeah. But my nephew, he's going to go September. He's going to college in the UK. So he wants me to visit him there around Christmas time and come back with me back home for Christmas. So I might travel around Christmas time, a week before Christmas, to go and get him and come back. So it's only a 7 hour flight, and it's a great flight because it's a beautiful plane. The British Airways is so nice, and if you pay an extra, you know, if you get like a $2,000 plane ticket, you can actually sleep and have your own like little bed thing. So it's nice. I don't think I'll do that because I don't want to spend all that damn money, but maybe I'll do it on the way back or something. I don't know. I'll see how it works out. But that's fucking expensive. But yeah, I don't know if I want to be on a plane that long again. The only thing I don't like about traveling is it messes up like my whole body function. Your sleeping pattern gets messed up. Your body feels weird. You're eating different food. You're in a different climate. I was used to it, but when I go now, I feel like shit. It takes me a while to get back to normal. Whereas before, it never really bothered me. But the last couple times I went away, I always felt like shit. And I was like, yeah, it's probably because you're getting older, Mark. Your body can't handle it. My body probably says, you're going away again, bro. You've been away like fucking 100 times. So I did travel a lot in my lifetime so far, but I had to take a break. It gets expensive. That's one of the reasons why I don't really travel a lot because it's too much money. You spend thousands and thousands of dollars just on a damn trip. Everything's expensive. Hotels expensive. Renting a car, if you do. Then you gotta shop. Then you gotta eat. Then I go to sports events, and the tickets for the sports events are a robbery price. It's a nuisance. It's like fuck this. Yeah, that's another thing. And then you gotta pay for your damn luggage. So that's another pain in the ass. Like that's it's just everything is all about money. It's ridiculous. By the time you book your ticket You book your trip and then you do what you have to do. You spend thousands of dollars. It's too much. I remember, man, all the money you did spend was for yourself. Then you got to pay for this, you got to pay for that, and everything's just too expensive. And I just can't justify spending thousands of dollars for a couple days. I don't make a couple $1,000 in a couple days. Shit, I ain't got no OnlyFans page. Fuck you think this is? You think everybody's a hoe making money like that? That's why these hoes be traveling all over the place. They're the ones making the money and can be going on these luxury trips, not me. Maybe I should be a male escort and get free trips. Put myself out there, get some free trips. Fuck it. Not. But yeah, it's expensive. It's crazy. Joanna be like, this guy's crazy. But you travel, so you should know. You know it's expensive. It's ridiculous. The hotel prices, the food, it's too much. It's way too much. And then here in Bermuda, when you come back, you have to declare what you bought, and you have to pay 33% of what you bought. So if I buy $1,000 worth of stuff and I claim $1,000 worth of stuff, I have to pay 33% of that, which sucks. So what's the sense of going away and shopping if you're gonna pay all that tax when you come back? You might as well just order it online and stay home. And that's what I've been doing for the past 5 years. Because all I really do when I go away is watch sports events, see my friends, and go shopping. And now, ever since COVID, the basketball tickets and the baseball tickets that I go to, or soccer games, they're an arm and a leg. There's too much. You're spending like $500 to go watch a basketball game that lasts 2.5 hours, 3 hours maximum, and then you spent $800 to $1,000 for the plane ticket, and then if you stay at a hotel for 5 nights at $400, that's 2 grand. So you spent $3,000 to $4,000, and you ain't even going shopping or eating anything out of that money. That's just to get there. So it's too much. It's way too much. I can't. I'm not gonna waste I mean, I have the money to do it, but I just can't justify doing it. I'm not gonna just spend 5 grand for 5 days just to go out and see a game and stay at a bullshit ass hotel that I'm not gonna sleep at because everybody's making fucking noise. And then you go shopping and you spend all this money. Then when I come back through customs, oh, what did you buy? Oh, well, what's this? What's that? Oh, you spent $1,000. Okay, well, you have to go pay customs. 300 fucking dollars worth of customs. That's bullshit. And that's not a trip. That's not a vacation. That's a robbery. So me personally, I just can't do it anymore. It's not justifiable. So if I stay home and order things online, I'm gonna save money. If I need something, why am I gonna get on a plane and go watch a basketball game when I've watched about 40 of them, and I can just stay home and watch it for free and not worry about people aggravating me while I'm there and sit in a bullshit chair all cramped up. No, my luck, I'm gonna sit next to a 500-pound person and they're gonna be all in my way and aggravating. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I haven't gone away in a long time, because I just can't justify paying all that money. I work hard for my money. I'm not about to just throw it away on a trip for a couple days. Hell no. No, no. So I don't mind being home. I've been going on trips my whole life. I was never home, so now I'm home and I love being home. And now that it's summertime, I can go swimming every day in the pool when the weather's good, like I have been for the past 3 days. And I got my workshop. I can come online. I don't need to go nowhere. I'm good. I'm only gonna go away if I have to. And that's it. So yeah, that's why I don't really travel in the past 5 years. I'm getting tired of it. Getting tired. I don't want to spend all that damn money. Hell no. It's just too much. My parents haven't gone away either in a while because they say it's too much money too. It's too much. It's ridiculous. Now, if you want to pay for my ticket, sure. You want to pay for my way? Go right ahead. Give me a free trip, I'll go. Sure. But hell no, I ain't gonna spend all that money. Yeah, it's nice seeing the money in my bank account instead of spending it on bullshit trips that I don't need. You know, I've been away, like I said, I've been away so many times that I don't even care if I go away again anymore. But I'll probably go away again. Like I'm now that my nephew is gonna go to college, I'm gonna miss him, and I'm gonna probably go out there and visit him. And I don't mind going to England, to the UK. It's one flight. It's a good bit of hours, but at least I get to see my nephew and hang out there and go somewhere different. And I can probably go to Portugal for a couple of days while I'm out there. That's what I really want to do. I want to go to Portugal. We'll see. We'll see how life goes. But I'll take you guys on the trip with me. If I do go, I'll let you guys know, and I'll show you where I'm at. I'll go live out there. But we'll see. That's a little ways away from now. See how life goes. All right, guys. I've been on here for 3 hours. It's fucking late, but it's a holiday here tomorrow, so I'll be on here tomorrow throughout the day, talking shit and having fun. So I will be here tomorrow, probably in the morning, probably at night, probably in the afternoon. I don't know, but I'm free tomorrow. But I'm probably gonna go shopping with my sister tomorrow, so that's probably the only thing I gotta do. Her and I's probably gonna go shopping and get some stuff like groceries and shit. We need to stock up on a few things. So I'm probably gonna hang out with my sister tomorrow too and go shopping. All right, it was good. I had a great night tonight talking to you guys. Thanks for the great conversations and thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I wish you all a great Monday and a great week, upcoming week. If you need me, you know where to find me. And I'm gonna enjoy my holiday tomorrow and go swimming and have fun. And I'll probably, like I said, I'll be on here throughout the day. But I do wish you all a great Sunday night and Monday morning. And I wish you guys all the blessings and I wish you guys all have a great week. All right, yeah, that's cool. I don't like shaving it to be honest. I like having it on, but some people are like, you should shave it. I'm like, leave me alone. I like it. I like my beard. It's cool. But yeah, I won't touch it just for you. I'm surprised my mom didn't tell me today, take off this beard. And she always says that shit. You don't look good with that beard. I don't like that. I'm like, Mom, I don't want to shave. I've been shaving all my life. It's annoying. I like to have a beard every now and then. But yeah, anyway, I won't touch it. I'll probably keep it on for a few more days until somebody complains. All right, Joanna. Good talking to you. I'll see you guys all later. Good boy. My nephews say that every day. Good boy. All right, I'll see you tomorrow, Joanna. Good talking to you. Take care.